Good day, scenic runners. Today is Friday, October 21st. I am coming to you from Chula Vista, California, so just south of San Diego, right next to the Mexico border. We're out in the East Lake area, Otay Lake. We're going to be running around the Upper Otay Reservoir. It's going to be a short one, about 2 miles, as long as we stay on track. You start off on this paved area, and then you'll get onto little trails. I was hoping to come out here earlier when it was more overcast, but it didn't happen. And now the sun's out. There's a couple of routes out here I would like to try in the future. For future scenic runs. One just takes a different route around the around the water, closer to the homes. You'll see in the distance there's this one, and then down by the lower, bigger reservoir, there's some trails along the water over there too. So I'm running in trying out a new pair of shoes for this run. They're the Merrell Trail Gloves. More of a minimalist shoe. They've got some thinner soles, but some good tread. Kind of excited to try them out. I don't know if you've ever gone to them, but I went to the used gear sale at REI, and that's a great place to pick up some shoes at a discount that are lightly used. And the last time I went, it was a crazy deal. Like these are $110 pair of shoes new, and it looks like they've been worn maybe a couple of times, but pretty much new, and I got them for $30. Typically it's not that steep of a discount, but you know, you might find them for half off, and then there was an additional 30% off on that discounted price. So yeah, I don't remember how the math worked out, but yeah, they were like $35. And so I got 2 other pairs of running and hiking shoes as well for like $100. Well, like 10. So 3 for the price of 1, essentially. So yeah, try them out. If there's an REI near you, just go look at their events and see when the next used gear sale is. You could usually pick up some lightly used equipment for decent prices, and they got everything, you know, bikes, strollers, backpacking gear, sleeping bags, everything you could think of that they sell there. But so far, the shoes feel good. I mean, this isn't too rugged of a terrain, as you could tell. On the last second mile, it gets a little more rugged, rocky. But yeah, they feel good so far. I went and hiked in them, and they have substantial a substantial amount of sole to where you don't feel every jagged rock underneath you. Anyway, it's been like over a month since I've recorded a new run, but fortunately in Portland I got a few to post. So bought myself a little time there. We'll hopefully get another few in quick succession out here so I can keep on posting. But yeah, it's been kind of tough trying to get out and do some more running. I had mentioned to you all, I don't know, a number of runs back when I was doing them in Rhode Island. I was out there for my brother because he was sick in the hospital, and he's doing good. He ended up moving out to Colorado to live with my dad, get out of Rhode Island, have a new change of pace, change of scenery, you know, just a new chapter of his life. But actually, while I was out in Portland, you know, we got the very, very unfortunate news that he had passed away. So, Savior, Javi, I love you. I'll miss you forever. It's never gonna be the same. Family's going through a lot of change right now, so you know, he really got taken from us way too soon. 28 years young. But you know, he held on since February. He was doing good. So at least we got to spend that last 6 months with him, and my dad got to be close with him for the last couple months, living in the same city. But yeah, so just trying to navigate life with that. But it was a good showing. Like, family all went out to Colorado. All of his boys, his closest friends and his crew, they made their way out to Colorado from Rhode Island, and I got to meet up with them for kind of unstable here. Almost a week. Got to hear a lot of stories, got to tell a lot of stories. It was awesome. I mean, as good as one can hope for an unfortunate situation. But yeah, overall, we did his celebration of life. I think it went really well. And now I'm back in California, trying to just get back to normalcy, I guess. And you know, I don't know, just look at things a little differently. Have that perspective that life is short. Can't take anything for granted. And you know, I start to wonder, you know, I don't mind my work, but is it the best use of my time? Do I really want to see myself doing the same thing for extended periods of time? I don't know. So, you know, I think it's natural for people's minds to wander and wonder, you know, what do I do? What do I do now? What lessons? What do I take away from this experience? I mean, I'll continue this. I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing this. I really like the mission of libraries, sharing of information, and being there to be a community resource. So that's why it's very honorable in my mind, in my eyes. So that's why I stayed in it and chose this path. But, you know, for other personal reasons, I often think about getting out of it and doing something different. So, I don't know, we'll see. On this trail, you'll see bikers. That's what those little pallet bridges are for. And same on the Lower Otay trails, you'll see bikers out there. It's not too aggressive, but they're nice, probably intro level biking routes. And out here, if you're familiar with Chula Vista, this is out by the Olympic Training Center, or Elite Athlete Training Center is what I think it's more properly known as. Yeah, going back to Xavier, not that I want to keep harping on it, but again, I treat these as almost like a video diary that I can look back in the years to come and reflect. So, and I don't mind sharing with my viewers. Yeah, Xavier's goal ultimately was good, all right. To make his way out here to San Diego. My mom lives up in North County. They were gonna try and find a place together, look after one another. So he came out and visited twice. Once for Thanksgiving I hosted with the family, which was an awesome time. A couple of years back. There's the lake. And then recently when my youngest sister got married, he was out here briefly. So fortunately, you know, he got to see that. We got to have him around for the wedding, and that was after the whole time out in Rhode Island. So that was a real milestone landmark for him to make. And I know my sister really appreciated having him in there. He got to be part of the wedding. He walked with my mom down the aisle, arm in arm. So yeah, I just, you know, often trail onto my own thoughts, reflecting on what I want to do, how I want to spend my time. But, you know, shit, he was only 28 years old, and he didn't really get to really establish a lot of his life, or we'll never see his full potential. And that's one of the hard things for me. Never got to buy a home, or have a family, or, you know, things like that. Good morning. So sorry if this run has a more somber tone, but, you know, still hope you enjoy the scenery. If you're my followers, you know, maybe this is just a continuation of the story that you're staying apprised of. But yeah, this is almost like therapeutic for me to express, to say it out loud, since it's always just in my mind. But yeah, thinking of how best to honor him. I think I'm gonna do one of those cremation tattoos. He had a tattoo in like some gothic script of 1921 on his pectoral area, and that was to represent the year our grandma was born. So I think in that same vein, I'll get his name tattooed in me in a very similar script and pattern, using some of his ashes. And at that same time, I've been planning on doing my late dog's Desi. I have a tattoo of me, him, and my other dog Beasley running, and I'll just use his ashes and have his name and years of life tattooed on me, and get them both done. And Javi, you know, he is a real dog lover, so I think he'll appreciate having that done. At the same time, I have both their ashes next to each other. So we're almost done here. Just maybe 1/10 of a mile left. But yeah, one of his lasting legacy actions is his dog of 15 years passed away a couple months before he did. And so he ended up going to the Humane Society and adopting a dog that's been sitting there for a long time, and it worked out perfectly. She is a great dog. It's an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix, similar to what we had when he was born. Within a couple months of his birth, we got an Australian Shepherd Border Collie named Topaz. Had her for like 13 years. Then he got Opie, which is a Yorkie that he had for 15 years. You know, somewhere around those 14 or 15 years. And then he got Aspen with a Y, Aspyn, and yeah, got her. Great dog. Now my dad has her, and really rescued her because I think it is a kill shelter, and the dog had already sat there for a few months, so you know, really saved her. All right, we're back at the start. So that's Upper Otay Reservoir. Till next time, keep those feet moving.